an attic window block. Hi guys, I'm Kristen and welcome to Studio Knit. Today I want to show you how to knit up this metered square. It's called an attic window block where we're using 3 yarn colors. So if creating a metered square is new to you, you're going to love it. How it knits up, the construction is really easy and super cool. And if you haven't gotten your yarn yet, please make sure click the link. That's where you get the printable pattern for this design, as well as links to all of the yarn that you will be using. Bernat Blanket yarn, so cozy. You can see the colors that I selected, and you can also come up with your own color choices as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and knit it up. Let's look at the construction. We're doing 4 separate little squares for this entire block. And this is how it knits up a metered square. It's a really cool way to create a square, and you can see how our 3 yarn colors, let me twist this over here, and then you can see how this block knits all the way together, and we'll be making 4 of these. With our main color B and C. I'm using Country Blue for my main color. I have Aubergine and Dark Teal here. Those are 2 shades available exclusively at Joann. We'll have our circular needle, scissors, and a tapestry needle. With our main color, we begin with our beloved slip knot, and we're casting on 18 stitches, and then we are going to take color C, make another slip knot, and then cast on 19 stitches, and we'll have a total of 37 stitches to start out. And here are the knit techniques we'll be using in this little block. The first one is slipping one knitwise. So that is just slipping one as if you were knitting. And then the next is K2 together. That's knitting 2 stitches together. So you just take those 2 stitches and knit them together. Let me get back into frame here. Okay, and then I like to kind of pull it down. The next is passing that slipped stitch over. I'll demonstrate it one more time. This is after we have added our 3rd yarn color. We are slipping one knitwise, and then we're knitting 2 stitches together, and then you'll pass that slip stitch right on over. On the wrong side of the work, you're instructed to bring your main color to the front, and I like to put it over there to the left so that it sort of twists in the back, and then you bring your color C to the back, and you go ahead and just keep on knitting, and that twists those 2 yarn colors just like we did in week 1 on our Flying Geese block. And once we're done the back side of the work, this is what it looks like. And then if we flip it over to the right side, we can see just how pretty this attic window is. And we are going to make 4 of these for this one individual block. And this is totally optional, but you may wish to block your pieces before attaching. And I'm just using cold water, just spraying it on, and then I'm taking a wet rag and laying it over the piece to really let that water soak in. So now for seaming our pieces, here they are on the front. We're going to turn them back on to the wrong side, and then just thread your yarn through the tapestry needle and start seaming. You know, this yarn is very forgiving, so I just started seaming back and forth on the wrong side there. It seemed to work really well. If any of you guys are sewers and have recommendations on the best way to attach your pieces, please let us know in the comments below. And once it's all seamed, this yarn is great. Again, it's super forgiving and it seamed together really well. It's holding together nicely. And I'm going to go ahead and then just weave in my ends after I've seamed all 4 blocks together, cut my yarn tails, and we are done. So here's the wrong side where I did all my seaming. Let's flip it over and admire the beauty of the front, the right side of our work of our attic windows block. And now it's time for me to proudly show off my attic windows block. So I hope you guys are having a lot of fun, that you enjoy creating these 4 individual little metered squares that we're putting together into one beautiful square for our attic window block this week. So have fun, you guys. Let me know how it's going. Help each other out, and I will see you here next week for your next mystery. All right, you guys. Bye.